people ask us, well, why are you mining Kaspa? What the hell is that? You're a Bitcoin miner. Well, 1 kilowatt of energy for me generates 8 cents of Bitcoin value.
Okay.
1 kilowatt of Kaspa generates $1.
Do you get any backlash from an optics standpoint from the Bitcoin maximalist community about that? Because they tend to lash out at everything that's non-Bitcoin. And how do you manage that?
The haters definitely amplified some of their vocalisms. And, some of the memes were the usual kind of stuff. But
welcome again to the channel. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Now we are going to start with Da Vinci Jeremy. So he is one of the prominent figures in the crypto industry, and he is famous for calling Bitcoin when it was still at $1. So one of his recent posts really caught my attention, and it says, altcoins struggle. Bitcoin dominates, too many coins, not enough money. Altcoins like Casper may recover, but don't expect them to beat Bitcoin. And in the previous time, he used to be more bullish, a bit more bullish when it comes to Casper. But one of the things he said, I think I would agree with some of the things he said, because it is true, altcoins are going to struggle and Bitcoin is going to dominate. That is very obvious because more and more institutions, more and more companies now are creating strategies and ways to acquire more Bitcoin. That is very obvious and that is very true. You have the US strategic Bitcoin strategic reserve. You have more and more countries trying to adopt this strategy to get more Bitcoin and use it as a store of value. So I agree that Bitcoin is going to dominate. But I think we have to take a look at one of the posts from Wolfie. Wolfie posted something really interesting. And I find it very interesting because he said, the boy who cried wolf, altcoins that cried better Bitcoin. A boy repeatedly cries wolf when there's no real danger. The townspeople rush to help, but after a few false alarms, they stop believing him. Eventually, when a real wolf comes, nobody listens and the consequences are real. So it is a very interesting post because that is exactly what is happening in the crypto industry. We've had a lot of cryptocurrencies come and say that they are the better Bitcoin. And the good thing about the crypto industry and the overall crypto ecosystem, they trusted these people when they said, we are the better Bitcoin. Ethereum came about and said, we are the better Bitcoin. XRP, Litecoin, all of these altcoins came about and said, they are the better Bitcoin. But every time every cryptocurrency came out and said that they are the better Bitcoin, they did not live up to the standards of being a better Bitcoin. And what happened is now the community got tired. So it's like the alarm, these few false alarms really made the crypto industry tired of a better Bitcoin narrative. And now when all of the people are tired, eventually, when a real wolf comes, which is Casper, nobody listens. And the consequences are going to be real. Because most of the people are so much tired because they invested in Cardano thinking that it is the better Bitcoin. They invested in Ethereum, they invested in XRP, they invested in all of these other cryptocurrencies that say they were the better Bitcoin. And eventually, it turned out that everything was a disappointment. Now, when a better Bitcoin comes, which is Casper, no one is actually paying attention. Everybody thinks, oh, this is another narrative. It is another cryptocurrency. It is another blockchain. It is another cryptocurrency branding itself as a better Bitcoin. Now, I think for the people who knew exactly, or the people who have taken their time to study about Casper, they are going to really benefit from this. Most of the Bitcoin maxis, most of the Bitcoin community don't even want to talk anything about Casper because they know exactly that Casper is a big threat to the whole crypto industry, not in a negative way, as I said in the previous video, but it is going to really dominate because it works well in a cash-based system. It is a better peer-to-peer electronic payment system, and it is the original vision. It is the original version in terms of the mission of Bitcoin and what Bitcoin was set out to achieve. Now, he has the confidence, he has the honesty to talk about Casper. while most of other Bitcoin maxis know about Casper, know that it is a proof of work, and know that it is a fairly decentralized crypto network, but you see just a few people talk about Casper. We saw this happen with also the Marathon CEO, Fred Thiel, when he was asked about how he handles, the negative comments that come out from the Bitcoin maxis, saying that Marathon is now mining a shitcoin.
Do you get any backlash from an optics standpoint from the Bitcoin maximalist community about that? Because they tend to lash out at everything that's non-Bitcoin. And how do you manage that?
The haters definitely amplified some of their vocalisms, and some of the memes were the usual kind of stuff. But once you explain it to people, at the end of the day, there is you can be very binary in your belief about Bitcoin,
sure,
or you can be reasonable.
Yeah.
Right. I have a definition of good and bad, which is different from most people.
Okay.
Right. Because good and bad often are moral values. But if you look at it from
everyone has their own perception, everyone has their own opinion, but when you look at Casper and you look at Bitcoin, it is all good. Like, it is all proof of work, decentralized. It is the same. All of these two cryptocurrencies have the same mission, and all of them can really coexist. And I think Casper is going to do a better job than Bitcoin. So let me know what you think about what he said about Casper, and let me know what you think about Casper outperforming Bitcoin in this bull run. Is that going to happen, or is that not even going to happen? Is he going to be right at the end of the day, or are we, the Casper community, going to be right? Because we believe that Casper is really going to do big things. Now, he said that Casper might reach $1. Now he said that Casper might not reach $1 or $2 this bull run, but in the near future, Casper might really do good, which I believe he might be right, he might be wrong, but I believe with everything that is happening in the Casper community, we have the crescendo hard fork, we have top tier 1 Binance, we have Coinbase listings, and just Binance and Coinbase listing could really send Casper to insane prices. So just listings can really send Casper to high levels. And when it comes to the crescendo hard fork, when it comes to the Casper key, now the Casper key is something that most people don't really pay attention to, because Casper key is going to really turn things around for Casper. And not only Casper key, you have the Igra Labs, you have layer 2s that are building on Casper. We have so many people coming and building on Casper, and that is really going to drive the price of Casper to insane levels. So if you like the video, don't forget to hit the like, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and see you in another episode.